that you had a rich uncle or maybe a rich grandpa, somebody who was going to give you that beautiful generational wealth. Well, I can tell you right now that most of us don't have that. But the amazing thing is that recently we have had the opportunity to be that rich uncle. So I have a goal. By the end of this, if you are planning on having a baby in the next 3 years, or if you have had a baby starting January 1st, 2025, that you listen all the way to the end. Now, in the event that you have not had a baby, if you know anybody who does, you are about to give them the literal $1 million baby gift. You see, when these came into play, these new accounts that the government is creating, they were like, oh, this is only going to benefit the wealthy. And you know why? It's because only the wealthy are learning about this. So if you know anybody who has had a baby or is having a baby in this time period, make sure you send this video to them. And this is why. Something called a Trump account happened. And if your baby was born on January 1st through the 20 through 2028, um, you're going to see that you get $1,000 in an account for the baby. Now you're like, great, $1,000. That can maybe buy 2 packages of milk and some diapers. No, because you see, the thing is that $1,000 for a baby gives it 70 years ish till that baby can use it. And if that is the case for retirement, you just gave that baby a $1 million retirement. If you put it into the S&P 500 and the S&P 500 hits 10% annual return, then that baby hits retirement with over $1 million in their pudgy little hand. Now, there's a lot of people who are going to start saying things like this, like, yeah, but adjusted for inflation, it's not that much. Yeah, but, and I'm with you. However, this is free money. Like, like any amount of free money is a good amount of free money in my book. And the wonderful thing about investing is you don't need to be really good at it. You just need to have a long period of time. And nobody has a longer period of time than that brand new little baby who is lucky enough to be born between these dates that the government has said that you can use. So, how is it that you set these up? Who qualifies? All of this information comes into play. And look how grateful your baby is going to be when this happens. They're going to be like, man, remember how lucky I was that Aunt Emily was like, hey, let's set this account up for you. They're going to be so grateful. So here's our baby getting the payout checks because who knows what the world's going to be like in 70 years. But I can tell you one thing, that it would be better to have $1 million than not have $1 million. Also, another advantage of these accounts is that they are going to allow the kid to start learning about investing. Um, Learning about investing is one of the greatest gifts that you can give your kid. All of the rich families do this. No kid in the upper echelon of income is not learning at least a little about investing. So having this account both gives the kid the opportunity to earn a whole bunch of money later and gives them a chance to learn how to earn it using investing. So I hope that this has convinced you that this is a really good idea. So let's talk nuts and bolts. First of all, like I said, you've got to be, in order to get the $1,000, you're going to have the baby has got to be born from January 1st, 2025 till the 28th. Then the other thing that you've got to have is you've got to set up your own account. I'm going to put the link in the show notes, so feel free to copy that over, send it over. I'm also going to create this fantastic document that you can share with your friends. Stick it in an envelope at your next baby shower. They will be so grateful. Now, you can contribute additional money to this account. As a matter of fact, if all you want to do is contribute money to the account for the kid, you can do $5,000 per year per kid. It grows tax deferred. Um, Honestly, I'm not sure it's the very best option for that. The best option is for the free money. And we can go into that in a later video. What will automatically happen with that $1,000 from the government is it's going to go in a low cost US stock index funds. There's not going to be any fees. There's not going to be any leverage, kind of like an S&P 500 index fund. Technically, the kid can use the money when they turn 18 for college education, to start a business, to buy a home. Any of that money makes it use they can use once they turn 18. But if you have taught them all about investing this whole time, then they can run that show all the way to age 70. Uh, this is a really substantial support for these kids when they get started. However, there are criticisms. Most people are scared that the government is giving away this free money, but it's mostly going to benefit the wealthier families, which is why if you happen to not be a wealthier family, you got to get on this train. Um, some people are worried that when the kids hit 18, that they may not manage that money well. I would argue that any kid cannot manage money well. Whether or not they have the money is one totally separate thing. Also, I get a little uncomfortable when people use this argument. Rich kids get money at age 18 all the time. And so the assumption that the rest of us aren't going to manage the money well isn't great. So I would encourage you, click on the link below in the show notes to get the account set up for your child, or to set one up in the name of a child that you would like to get the information for. Um, Hope this is helpful for you. Hope you guys are as excited as I am about the free money that the government is offering for kids. Thank you.